safe one, including this afternoon. And love.
It is a good evening and welcome to NPL New South Wales men's round 18 action as St George City take on the Wollongong Wolves here at Penshurst Park. Nicholas Kutniak with you. What shapes up to be an absolute ripper between these two sides. St George City in 7th, Wollongong in 8th, and it's a must-win game for both sides, more so for Wollongong if they are going to be a hope to making the finals in season 2024. Let's go through the lineups, starting off with the visitors. It's Vedran Jenjetovic, the 20, the goalkeeper. Then 2, Harrison Busnell. 4, Dylan Ryan. 5, Banri Katazumi. In 6, it's Samuel Ria. 7, Takumi Afuka. 8 is Andre Takami. 9, Jake True. 10 is Mustafa. 11 is Sebastian Hernandez. And 24, Lachlan Scott. Starting 11 for St George City. 1, Jack Kenny. 2, Cameron Fong. In 4, Solomon John Monahan Vayaka. 5 is Famoto Kamata. In 6, it's Tarek Elshan. In 8, Dominic Cox. In 10, Jason Romero. 11, Costa Petrados. In 14 is Paolo Mitri. In 25, it's Brody Clarkson and Presley Ortiz in 30. That's the starting 11 for St George City. Our referee in charge is Danny Horsted. Our assistants is Aaron Bloch and Mitch Renton. It will be St George who'll be defending the right of screen, Wollongong on the left of screen. So we're not too far away from kick-off. The benches for both sides. For Wollongong, it's Oliver Yates, the sub-goalkeeper, 13. 3, Darcy Madden. 15, Dax Kelly. 25, Alex Marshavecchio. And 27, Damon Gray. They are running a 5-man bench from what we've been told at the moment. While for St George, their bench as reads. 3 is Joshua Hong. In 7, Jordan Roberts. In 19, Jesse Foti. In 21, Ryan Reid. In 23, Andrew Vladimus. And in 88, it's Mohammed Karnas. So we're nearly right for kickoff. This is going to be an absolute beauty. At Penshurst Park, it's round 18. And a vital game for St George City and Wollongong Wolves. Both sides need to win. For the St George side, it's all about maintaining or getting a spot in the top 5. Or Wollongong, they just need to win every game. That's the goal now, if they are a hope. So we're nearly right for kickoff. Just waiting for the signal. Last week, Wollongong defeated Sydney United 58. Well, it was a big win for St George against Olympic. So just waiting on the netting. On the defensive end of Wollongong, Vedran Jenjetovic want to make sure it's all good to go. This is NPL New South Wales on YouTube. And round 18, Saturday night football between Wollongong and St George City is about to start at Penshurst Park. We're underway. Booted forward from Clarkson. Wollongong will have to look at setting up in this one because St George are very good at home. It's one of the big things it's been over the last couple of years for St George City. They've made this ground a fortress, and they'll be looking to continue that. Though in saying that, there's been times it has not gone their way. Wollongong will be making sure that's the case tonight. Throw to be taken by Moto Kamada. Romero works it back. As now Wollongong have the first real chance of possession. It's worked upstream. Trying to control it with Scott, working it on to True. Able to be cleared by St George. Tarek Elshan. Did in the process touch off Wollongong, so it'll be a throw again for Moto Kamada. Kamada throws it in. Played from Ortiz. Romero controls. He works it down the right channel. It was chasing in Petrados, but cleared away. As the ball drops back to Cox. Cox on the right side. Up the line. Ortiz is trying to cross, played out. Harrison Buesnel will be a corner. So it'll be an outswinger. It's slow. It's flicked across to the far post. Comes back for Romero. Romero was trying to beat Mustafa. Mustafa one out. Works it back inside. Ball from Riak. Real control from Takami. As Fong works it back. Kenny. For Moto Kamada on the left. Ball drops back to Vedran Janjinovic. Here's some of these names. No, the diehards know all these players, but Vedran, of course, former A-League goalkeeper of great note for both Sydney FC and the Wanderers over the years. Obviously, everybody loves to make a snake joke or two in that situation as Scott trying to get possession. Still a chance here. It's True. He'll be looking to get it back. He couldn't. Cox has possession for St George. Petrados. The end. No chance for St George, and Vedran Janjinovic will stop it. As again, Petrados going forward. He was taken in the challenge. Foul going the way of St George. The set piece to happen. About 26 yards from goal. 5 in from the coaches' benches. What would the target be for Mitri? He works it into the edge of the 6-yard box. Played out by Mustafa. It will be a throw for St George. Moto Kamada to take it. Moto has support, decides to go down Main Street, flicked on by Mitri. Control really from Ortiz. St George have had most of the possession in the early stages, 4 minutes gone. For Moto Kamada, Clarkson, the former Shark. Both of those players, of course, played for the Sharks in the past. As Elshan works it on to Monahan Vayaka, former Ranger. Cox. Well, Riak was great pressure, but he gives away the foul. Challenge on Cox. And Cox now goes. Petrados with a good effort. Nobody was at that far post except Vedran Jenjevic's Mustafa. Good footwork. Betting Romero, but it's gone straight to Cox, who's gone to Romero on his left. St George on the attack. Pressure again by Mustafa. And now Wollongong will utilise the left wing. Spinning around is Afuka. Gives away the foul. Fong. Challenge on Afuka. What has been spoken about this Wollongong side in recent weeks? One of the key players of the Wollongong side is the header maestro. I speak of Banri Katazomi, vice captain of this side. It's interesting to note that David Carney believes the IPL product has grown into a born leader at the Wolves, and he's Mr. Reliable, as he said in the Mercury recently. And you could say that the talent of him this season has been immense. As Menendez tries to go forward, shut down. Cox will go to his right. Petrados, Costa, back, then Mitri, gain, probably not the right spot. Ortiz, still a shot by Romero, did touch off Wollongong, so it will be a corner. Very interesting contest thus far. Wollongong are trying to break out when they can, but really, St George have had the control. It's Petrados to take this one. He's got support, the sides to go low. Mitri back, and Petrados tries to find somebody at the far post, or at least on that far side of the ground. Romero, the American, works it back. Fong. Chance again, but Ortiz couldn't control. Riak tried to play it forward. He touches it last. It will be a corner. Just went back. Wrong moment. Now it will be Petrados to take the corner. So Costa, an outswinger this will be. 3 corners thus far in this contest for St George. Romero heads it wrong direction. Drops back for Petrados. That goes wayward. Score remains 0-0. 7.5 into this contest. And as I said, it's been really St George dominating those games around the grounds while we have got a moment. Full-time result, and look, I know this will be a shock and people will be trying to get off the 4 game. Did I just hear that right? Well, Sutherland have defeated Blacktown City 2-0. Now, that's not just the first shock. The second bit was Sutherland received a red card in that game. So they did it with 10 men. That's the big story of that game. While Spirit won against Marconi 1-0, big result there. While Hills lead Central Coast Mariners after 18 minutes 1-0. And St George 0, Wollongong 0. And that's after 9 minutes. Coming back for Moto Kamada. Pressure on Monahan Vayaka. And the header wasn't really overly flashed by Scott, former Wanderer. As it will be rolled by Kenny. So St George will set up again. Monahan Vayaka and Elshan combining. And Vayaka, we know how instrumental he was over the years at the Rangers. Moved south during the off-season. The Rangers went south themselves into League One. It's a good ball by Kamada, but he was offside Ortiz. Rangers having a good season this year in League One. They'll be making sure they're back to the top flight next season. So 2 games, as I said, on tonight. This one and Hills and Central Coast Mariners. NPL New South Wales men's football. Again, it's been an intriguing weekend thus far. Manly, they defeated RPL last night 1-0. A big goal in the second half scored. And Sydney FC 2, St George 1, St George Saints. And He's trying to get onto what is Ortiz again. Vejon Janjinovic is able to drive it over halfway. Yellow flag called. Yellow flag called, there you go. I think it's motorsport. Well, technically it is a yellow flag. It's an offside flag call. Just, there you go. That's where my mind is at. Thinking I'm at Canada for the F1 Grand Prix. Yellow flag call. Oh, I guess it's a caution. Anyway, Elshan works it on. Monahan Vaika on the left side, works it on. Moto Kamada will get onto the end of it, cuts inside, but the flag is up again. The offside has been called. As Mustafa and Riak combine. Riak pressured by Ortiz. Tries of a handball against Clarkson, not called. Not played at is the official ruling. Romero going right. Mitri dispossessed by Riak, and now the foul goes the way of Wollongong. Riak still worried about this handball, but he needs to focus on now and not what happened 30 seconds ago. Wollongong need to have some good football as well. They haven't been able to have possession a lot. After 11 minutes, it's been all St George City. There's Ortiz. And again, Mustafa gets onto the end of it. Goes to True. True trying to work it inside. Cox back. Elshan. Monahan Vaika and Elshan combined. Clarkson going right. And now it's Fong who's able to work it on. Cox and Fong will be working together in this contest as Elshan to Monahan Vaika. Monahan Vaika goes on to Elshan again. George City looking to set this one up with Romero. Fascinating what happens here. Trados back to Cox. Trados now wants to get himself in a better spot. That will be the aim. Dmitri crosses it in. Ortiz has to work it back. He's a shot! Wrong side of the netting. Well, again, Costa Petrados is going to be dangerous tonight. You've seen him create and also look at chances. He's going to be dangerous tonight. Costa Petrados, who starts today for St George. Ball goes towards halfway. Hernandez able to work it on. Comes back down. And Mustafa dispossessed. Romero. He chips it up the line. Now, he would have been onside on Ortiz, but it doesn't matter because Hernandez was able to work it back after the initial work by Busnell. Riak going right. Wollongong with Busnell up to halfway. True didn't control well. St George City. The ball going back to Elshan by Kamada. Kamada was calling for it, but I don't think that was the right pass by Cox, and now Hernandez is going forward. Hernandez looks to cross it in. It does deviate off Monahan Vaika, and it will be a corner on this near side. Solomon John Monahan Vaika. I think it is the longest name in NPL men's. Now the corner by Afuka. Bounces past everybody. Wollongong will have to go back to Mustafa. Mustafa now going back to the right side. Afuka can't control. Ball goes out for a throw on this near side. Around the grounds, we can tell you that it is Hills 1, Central Coast Mariners 0. Spirit defeated Marconi at full time at Arctic Circle 1-0, and 2-0 Sutherland defeated Blacktown. As the header by Busnell comes down. Scott no control. Scott's trying to get to it. Cox plays it back, and oh geez, I always am very worried about that. Elshan the way headed back to Kenny. I don't like that because you know that there could be hairy-carry, and you just flinch. And I'll tell you now, being a keeper as a kid, of a bad note, their flashbacks that you don't want to remember. I was almost going to say it's like flashbacks and numb. But it's one of those things where if you're a keeper, you don't like thinking what could happen if one of your teammates play it back to you and you're not ready, when it's something you shouldn't really do at times. Nil all here, 15 gone. Nicholas Kutniak with you on Saturday night NPL Men's New South Wales action. It's a pleasure to bring you this game at Penshurst Park, one of the fantastic new facilities in the southern part of Sydney. Is now on the left side, it's Romero. And Jason Romero, well, again, he was largely abused-nul. The ball goes back and Riak has played it straight to Famoto Kamada. Kamada now gets on his bike, taken down. Oh, I tell you what, the Wollongong players are not happy with the call. It was just outside the box, but yeah, I think the call was made correctly by referee Denny Horsted. Just watching the replay, Riak worked it forward, then Famoto Kamada was trying to penetrate forward. He was taken down the challenge by Hernandez, who was from behind. The right call was made. Now it's a set piece. Chance, Clarkson and Romero there, but you'd think it'll be Romero rather. Romero steps back. It's a three-man wall. And a chance. Clarkson, though, he wants to take it. It's an outswinger. It bounces around. Eventually goes to Vedran Jedic. I thought the angle meant it was going to be Romero's, but they were setting up for a Clarkson one. Wollongong will have possession. It's a fascinating contest. "17 minutes in, no score on the board." On Football New South Wales YouTube. He's now on the right side. It's worked back by Mustafa to Riak, and Riak and Mustafa combine. Mustafa and Riak again. Ball goes back. Finds Katazumi. Katazumi had Ryan on his left. He decided to go deep to Scott. Played down off Fong. Trying to get to it. Here's Dylan Ryan. Ball goes out. Conditions not too bad. I've got the big jacket on, but I don't think it's completely at that time of the day to wear it yet. It's still not uncomfortable, or cold I should say, as you expect at this time of the year. We are getting to that chilly point. This now goes the way of St George. Don't forget, you can get involved in the conversation. Twitter, or X I should say, hashtag NPL NSW. And also on Facebook, get involved in Instagram. And as I said, it's great that supporters from both teams here today. Good to see a couple of Wollongong shirts around. We are waiting on this player on the ground. And by the way, work being done on the Wollongong player. I think you'll find it is Ryan on the ground there. They're looking around the head region. It's hard to tell from here. So I think you'll find it is Dylan Ryan. Don't know what has happened. Interesting to have a look. They're trying to isolate what has happened here. So I was watching the play. It's actually, so this might actually be Katazumi here. Oh, okay. Just having a look. Throw taken. George will play it forward. And then he's come across to make the challenge, and then it's just body blow there. And yeah, it looks like it is Katazumi in fact, so he's back up and running. I was expecting it would be Ryan being more forward, so I wasn't sure. It was the body was on the ground. I couldn't see the number quite there. Just had another look, and yeah, it's just the way he fell in that challenge. But as I was saying before, good to see Wollongong supporters travelling tonight. There's one supporter that goes to every game, but he's got a bit of a situation where he doesn't go by car, he goes by public transport. So he actually maps out his journey. I've actually got the photo of how he mapped his journey to Manly a month ago. It was incredible. We love seeing things like that. That's what we love about football. Because now Scott would love to set up a chance for Wollongong. Ball goes out, good touch off St George, so it will be a corner on that far side. So we'll be in Afuka to take it. Afuka swings it in, touches off the St George defence. Mustafa gets to it. Mustafa drives forward. Played on by Ryan. And quickly, Kenny runs to the edge of the box and then decides to roll it or bowl it to the other side. Again, it's Famoto Kamada on halfway. Famoto will spin back. Monahan Vayaka. Elshan. Hong. Now, St George a chance. The Trials found Romero, should say. Touch off Wollongong in that situation. So Cox is trying to win it. Wollongong had possession. Afuka touches off St George. Throw on that far side. Ryan to take it. Ryan again possession. Taking down the challenge. So Wollongong ball. A foul, inches from the benches. Mustafa. And the ball on by Kamata straight to Riak. Riak has possession again from Busnell. Mustafa touches off Clarkson. And Ortiz utilised Romero, but he scuffed that, goes out. Can't say it's been a boring start to tonight. There's been chances from either side. At the moment, we haven't seen the goal that both sides have been trying. St George have been the better of the two in terms of attacking chances or looks. Use a basketball term as now it's Petrados back. Fong and Clarkson combining. And now Mitri into the box. And again, Costa. Petrados gets it onto Ortiz. First shot, then the second shot. It will be eventually cleared by Mustafa. Dropped down. And again, Hernandez is on the run. Hernandez was slower. I thought he could have been pushed off the ball, but not called. Moto Kamada utilised Monahan Vayaka. And Vayaka, Clarkson combined, and now it goes back to Elshan. Fong finds Cox, taken down. Foul is called, and Scott can't believe the call. And Scott's going to be careful because you can't afford to say stuff. He's just going to be cool in this situation. And that will be the best thing for him at the moment. Just stay cool. And St George will set up again. Kenny. Monahan Vayaka. Monahan Vayaka. Elshan. Elshan. Monahan Vayaka. Monahan will be looking to spear it back to the right to Fong. And again, he's done to load St George on this right side. Can be dangerous. Long's going forward, touches off Wolves. Will be a throw again for St George City. To be taken by Costa Petrados. St George City, who have had the bulk of the possession, but now Hernandez has got a chance. Hernandez down the right side. Hernandez was taken down the challenge by Famoto Kamada. There will be a foul. They get up and just go, okay, all good. Shake of the hand, and we continue on. And Horsted calls the foul, and that's about it. The staff are going back. Here's Banri Kakazumi. Banri goes back to Vedran Njenjedovic. Vedran will be looking to boot this forward. Vedran up to halfway. Control there by True. The touchback by Takami. Eventually they go down this left side. When the setup, it's a good chance. Afuka working in the middle. True comes back, takes the shot. That is a sensational goal. The skill True needed to do was brilliant. That is a sensational goal. I can't wait to have a look at this. It came off the initial run by Hernandez, but then it was a ball by Afuka. He cuts back, and then he basically cuts it back, and he was sort of going to put himself in a wishbone position. He gets his left foot, takes the shot. It is a great goal. It is skill. Then Jake True scores the opening goal. It is an awesome goal. That has to be easily the goal of the night right there. Awesome stuff by the Wollongong Wolves. 27 minutes in, and the Wolves have got the lead. And again, it's against the run of play, really. St George have had the bulk. They've had all the chances, just not going their way for the meantime. Mustafa, Riak. Marta played it straight to Riak. And here he goes again, Monahan Vayaka. He sets it up on this left side. Romero needs the cross. He does so, but it's going to be stopped off by Busnell. Scott lobs it down to Hernandez. True will be looking for an early double here. Here is the ball by Hernandez. Good save. Jack Kenny came across, made the effort. It's a good effort too at that. As the ball goes forward, again trying to get to it. Here's an Ortiz, but he can't. Goes back to Mustafa. He gets it back. Busnell will utilise the left. Takazumi. Ryan. And again, True's on a run. True will cut back. He'll have to look for support here. He's got nobody within sight. He's working himself away from the St George defence, who keep on coming. Goes back to Afuka. Afuka now will deliver the ball back. And Ryan will go back to Kakazumi. Kakazumi on the right side. Good control by Mustafa. Mustafa again lobs it in. Scott heads it down. True nearly had the footwork. And all of a sudden, it's like Wollongong have gone, hey, we got the lead. You know what? We're going all right. Let's actually start a couple of chances here. Bit of gay abandon they're playing at the moment. That's what you want to see. St George, I think for them, they'll be a little bit shocked that it's been against possession and Wollongong lead this one. Point taken. As the ball goes across the face. And Mustafa has it on the right. Mustafa. Riak on the right. Riak going forward. He's got Hernandez. Riak couldn't work it back inside. Played out by Jason Romero. So 1-0 here. I can't get over that goal. I really can't. That is a great effort by Jakey True. Just one of those goals you'll think about forever. Hills lead Central Coast 1-0 after 33. That's Landon Stadium. But back here, this... Tell you now, if you love your football, this is generally a great contest in the making. I talk about how important it is for Wollongong to start winning all these games, because realistically, Wollongong need to win a whole heap of games, and what I mean by they need to win, because they're so far away from the points compared to the teams in the top 5 alone. But then it's a situation where if you keep winning, you're doing your job. And then if the results go your way, the teams are losing. And the chances are you are playing against the teams that are in the top 5, or most of the teams in the top 5. And that helps in your favour, because all of a sudden you get that 3 points, they don't get that 3 points. And it works your way. So the Wollongong games coming up too are good to note. They play Sutherland at Albert Butler Wednesday. And then on Saturday, they are at Wing for the 6:30 kickoff against Blacktown City. And then round 21, they play Hills at Landon. So it's a really big 3 weeks, or 3 games rather, that they would expect they can get 9 points from. Then they also play Wanderers as well. As Romero has a chance. He's using his skill. Romero! It's a tame shot, real tame shot from the former A-League player from MacArthur. Will be a goal kick. But yeah, they play Wanderers at Wanderers, and then they play Olympic at Wing in July. So a couple of tasty games coming up for the Wollongong Wolves. St George City, they've also got a big month ahead for them. They play Apia on Wednesday night. Romero Derby, you could call it that. Former Apia player as well. He made his name, so to speak. He left the club mid-season, or early in the season last year, to play some A-League at MacArthur, and then came back to Apia after that A-League season. Somewhat a shame he hasn't found a gig at any A-League club. He's a classy player, there's no question about it. That ball did go out. Mojo Kamada tried to drive forward, but what's coming up for St George? They play St George FC at Rockdale on Saturday, June 15. Then on June 22, they're back here against Spirit. Then they play Blacktown at Landon on Saturday, June 29. Then FC back here on July 6. So they're going to have the corner here. Just watching the way they were driving forward. Did much off the throw Wollongong. As here's the corner. It's punched away by Vedran. Drops back. Ortiz tried to make a shot. He couldn't. Well, there's cries of a foul. Not the case. True just hoiks the ball forward. The ball goes out for a St George throw, it should be, or yeah, it's going to be St George to take the throw. 5 yards in from halfway. 34 minutes gone. Always good games here, Penshurst Park, and looks like tonight's the one for the making. Scott couldn't do much with it. Kamada and Clarkson combining. Fong. Third down by Kamada. I should say Katazumi. Got Kamada on the brain now. Just watching him here on the left. easy to have Kamada on the brain. He's a very good player on his day. Kamada's going to be on the run now. He controls it. Kamada, well, ball went out once again. Noto Kamada. So now, Cox and Clarkson try to combine. Ball comes back from Elshan. Kenny. Fong. Fong closer at the halfway. Elshan. Monahan Vaika. Back to Elshan. Clarkson. Cox can't get to it. Neither could Dimitri. They're still going forward. Good run. Then Ortiz. And now Fong's on the run again. It goes back to Ortiz. He tried a shot. Riak. Good defence. Ball goes over halfway. Hernandez. Hernandez, can he feed it back? He can't. Marta was able to work it on to Monahan Vaika. Romero and Monahan Vaika. Here they come again. Hong. And here's a chance again for St George. Probably too much on that by Mitri. He's trying to find the Troutovs. Ball goes out for a goal kick. See now, that was extremely brilliant, that true goal. If you get an opportunity to go back and have a look if you missed it, you've got to watch it. At half-time, even if you've seen it, just watch it over and over again. Because it is one that will just live on in memory. Maybe I'm overstating it, but it was a fantastic goal. Kamada was beat. Mustafa now down the right side. Mustafa just tries to find Scott. He can't. He's got a Fuka. Fuka now. He's going to go to Hernandez. Yes, he will. Hernandez now has it on the left. Hernandez again. He's got a Fuka. He's got Scott in support. And he crosses it in. Hernandez. Save is made comfortably at that by the goalkeeper, Kenny. So, score here, if you just joined us, is Jake True's goal to make it 1-0. It has absolutely blown this game to schmithereens for St George, because they've had the weight of possession, still the weight of possession, and haven't quite gone their way yet. Vaika. Romero. He's not going to be able to get to it. Rose was the difference last night for Manly in that win against Apia. Big win 2-1-0. Before Blacktown City lost to Sutherland 2-0. Big win for Sutherland. They continue to make sure they stay in this comp next season. Maybe they are starting to build Sutherland. It's been a rough couple of years for them. They are looking to build forward. And also, Spirit defeated Marconi 1-0. Sydney FC defeated St George FC 2-1 yesterday. Those are the games in this competition. Half-time between Hills and Central Coast Mariners 1-0. Tomorrow we have got Rockdale and Wanderers to do battle at 3 p.m. and Sydney United 58 and Olympic. It's going to be a cracker at Sydney United Sports Centre. It's We continue to bring you Football New South Wales, NPL Men's New South Wales action in 2024. Every game live and free on YouTube. Just hit subscribe on Football New South Wales and hit the bell notification. You can select all or some. Depends what you want. You can customise it. And also remember, YouTube is your favourite website with the word you. Greatest websites ever. Ball drops back. Ball comes back to halfway. Head up. And again, this will be intriguing now what St George do, because they want this goal before the break. Harder, Romero. Mustafa's on him. Romero will have to cut right. He's got Kamada back. Utilises him. Kamada. Again, Clarkson comes back. And that was good work by Monahan Vayaka. Clarkson, Monahan Vayaka. And then the ball on. Kamada, Clarkson, Monahan Vayaka. Monahan Vayaka works it forward over the top of Romero. Clarkson has it. He chips it up. It's headed by Busnell. Fong. Ortiz. Do what he was looking to do. Dimitri is getting himself in good spots. Trying to have some good looks. This game continues. 41 minutes gone. True, the goal scorer for the Wollongong Wolves. This is Elshan. Couldn't find his target, Fong. Now Wollongong can go on the attack. Marta wins out. Noshan worked it deep. Find Petrados on the run. Riak back. Ball deep by Busnell. True trying to get to it. Touch last off St George. Throw to take place on that far side of the ground. Fuka might take this one. And decides to give Ryan the ball. Dylan Ryan. Fuka. Saved, made by Kenny. And he boots it deep over halfway. Ortiz can't get to it. Headed by Busnell. Mitri. Ortiz. Ortiz now needs to turn it back. And Petrados goes forward, Costa. Good pressure again. Well, that's what Busnell can do on his day. Mind you, maybe it was a little bit too much pressure on that. Still, the throw will be St George's. Usual knows what he's doing. There's again Ortiz taken down the box. No. No penalty called. As again, it's Hernandez trying to flick it forward. He couldn't. Ball goes down this left side. One out Vayaka. And played back from Kamada. Clarkson, Elshan. Elshan going right. Fong, Ortiz back. Oh, not the best of efforts by Mitri, but still it's alive. Kamada tries to cross, flicks off Mustafa. Kamada coming back right. Monahan Vayaka. And Elshan has it again. Going right. It's Fong. Costa Petrados. Costa again. Costa works it back inside. Good control by Takami. But still it's alive for St George City. City on the attack. Ball goes to Kamada. Kamada beats Mustafa. Kamada, a shot. Riak again. Good work, Riak. He boots it over halfway. Clarkson. Kamada. And Ortiz can't win the ball. Good work by Riak. He's taken down by Kamada. Foul called for Wollongong. Will be Vedran Jenjedovic, who's done some work today. Trying to make sure he cleans everything up between the pipes. Fong going right. Wonder what they can do here in this situation. Had a lot of chances. I feel sorry for Ortiz in some regards, because he's probably deserved it of a goal. And the whistle's blown for half-time. Only just a minute of injury time. It's been a fascinating first half. It's gone like that. Very quick. I hope you're enjoying this. The goal scorer was Jake True. If you haven't seen the goal, go back and look, because it was a cracker. Repeating before we take a break, Sutherland 2, Blacktown 0, full-time score. Spirit 1, Marconi 0, full-time. Half-time, Hills 1, Central Coast Mariners 0. Half-time here repeating, it's Wollongong 1, St George City 0. We'll break, we'll come back in about 10 minutes for the second half between St George and Wollongong on NPL New South Wales, Facebook, YouTube, I should say. Facebook, of course, where you can see the highlights, and of course on X as well. But we'll take a break. We're back on the other side of Football New South Wales on YouTube. We're back here, second half about to start between Wollongong and St George Illawarra. St George Illawarra, there you go. I'm thinking about my rugby league team. St George City scoreline is 1-0 Wollongong lead. It's been a very interesting first half. The goal was scored by True, and when I say against the run of play, I do mean against the run of play. It's been that sort of game today where even though St George have had all the chances, it's been going away from them, and it's been Wollongong who were able to scramble and score the opening goal of the game. So second half about to start. It was True the goal scorer, one of the goals of the season, and I found out it was actually his first goal of the year. There you go. Interesting stat. So can Wollongong be better on the passing game? It's been a concern thus far in this contest. Well, St George, I'll tell you one thing. It'll be interesting what they do with Romero. Romero's been playing back a shade, and it's been interesting as Wollongong already on the charge here. The early stages of this second half. Well, taken down the challenge isn't Takami. It was a bad challenge, no card. It was not a great challenge, was it? So now, what can they offer up here? Will be Wollongong to take this set piece. Mafuka, will he take the strike? Won't be a Fuka. He's decided to walk away. This has gone over the bar. Probably not the effort Ryan was looking for. Dylan Ryan. And the score is 1-0 after a minute and a half of this second half. Good to see Wollongong supporters here today. And good to see the St George supporters also out here for this game. Vital game for both sides. I say Wollongong need to win a lot of their games if they are to make the finals. Some people might say it's a bit harsh saying that, but I am in the belief they need to just keep on winning. I don't think they can make any errors now.
Hey there. Yeah, I'm just
in
trying
final
my best.
series.
Down the charger is not very great. It's like a bit broke.
So, what can they offer up here? Corner will be taken. It will be an in-swinger.
Yep.
Punched by
The
Vedran.
reason I'm saying is I
Drops
don't
down
have
the
a
shot
good
by Mitri.
Yes, correct.
Has touched off Wollongong, so it's rinse and repeat.
I'm with something or in the car. I'm just being all over the place. Sorry, mate. Yep.
As Vedran again pushes it away.
Yep, no, I'll try. Yes, there's power.
It's a wayward shot by Costa Petrados.
The best.
And goes out for, well, thought it was going to go out, just out of the field of play, but Wollongong was able to get to it. Ball goes over halfway. Played down by Fong. Ball drops back. Now, Kamada now will look to sort something out on this left-hand side.
Yep, just checking how much
1-0.
at the moment.
Wollongong lead this one. Jake True, the goal scorer.
Okay.
The difference of this one today. Hope you're enjoying it. NPL New South Wales men's action round 18 style. There's now St George looking to create a game. Moto Kamada's been dangerous, but Kazumi heads it away.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Traddles trying to play it up the middle. Didn't quite work at all.
2 minutes runs. It's just
Now
you
it's
can see on the screen. It's
a
like
Fuka.
behind the scoreboard. Yeah.
Ball goes goes out. Touch off St George last time.
Can you try to put them like in kite? That's it. Thank you. Wait, does it keep going off and on? No, it's not.
So repeating, it's 1-0. Wollongong leads St George. It's all happening here at Penshurst Park. The tension, the drama, the buzz. Can Wollongong get a second goal? Dylan Ryan takes the throw. And the ball was played out by St George. Fong in that situation. Throw taken again. Drops back and the shot, well, not bad by Takami, but it was low and was saved by Kearney.
Just try to unplug the right here.
So now they'll look to go forward again. St George on this left side, trying to find Ortiz on the run. Goes out, usual, let it go out for a goal kick. So quickly come down this left side. Ball played back by Ryan. Pulled forward by Katazumi. Fong played it down, trying to chip it forward. Here's in Petrados. It comes back. Fong. Ilshan. Monahan Vayaka. Ilshan tucks it back to Fong. Fong on halfway. Chips it forward. Running on is Ortiz. Oh, Katazumi. He read the line nicely. Eventually Vedran gets to it, but the way he was able to block the attack of Ortiz. It's key to know what Wollongong's done in defence. They're scrambling well. Maybe just need to work on their passes. That's the key thing. I think David Carney would have been on that. So, Jinovic to halfway. Now goes the way of Wollongong. Hope you're enjoying this one. Nicholas Gutniak with you. Football New South Wales on YouTube. We've got Tuesday and Wednesday football. I'm at Rockdale on Tuesday. Wanderers on Wednesday. Home game Wednesday, I like that. Ball comes back to Vedran Jinovic. Now True on the right. And support. Have to go back a bit, deviate off the City side. Ball drops back to Vedran Jinovic. Ryan will go back to Katazumi. Now Vedran Jinovic. Vedran over halfway. Couldn't hit it down to Takami. Takami again. True. All worked in by Mustafa. Then it's crossed back, and here's this chance for Scott, but he's lobbed it up and wide. Score remains 1-0 Wollongong. Scott's ditched the long sleeves, the skins anyway. I do say long sleeves, but they wear skins nowadays. It's actually funny that they do the skins thing, not actually get the purpose-made long-sleeve shirt. I actually miss the purpose-made long-sleeve shirt nowadays. The skins make it easier. It's a random thing, I know, but I do like a long-sleeve jersey. So, what can they offer up here? The Wollongong throw. What is intriguing, and I know a lot of people think, why are we talking about skins, but what is intriguing about the rules and regulations about the skins in terms of what colour it has to be? Now, obviously, St George are in red, which means the skins have to be red. While Wollongong, because they've got a great colour, they can wear a white one. So it has to be basically as similar as possible to the jersey they're wearing. Which, as I said, some people will think it's a useless thing to talk about, but I do find it intriguing about how the skins situation is. I think that also does relate to about the shorts as well, if you do wear the long pants. We'll get back to that in a second. There, he couldn't do much with it. Ball goes out for a goal kick. So, for instance, looking at Mustafa wears the long skins, or you can call them the bike sort of shorts or bike pants or something, right? But because he's wearing that, they have to be black shorts. As I said, the rules and regulations. I do find it fascinating with little tidbits like that. And the rule book is now will be a throw on this near side. It's like in the old days when they didn't like the colours of shoes. The shoes had to be black, and then eventually we had white boots, and now we've got orange, we've got green, we've got everything. It is a little bit confusing for me, because I remember it was all about having black boots back in the day, even at my age. It's all about black, and then the colours are starting to come through. I think X-Blades are like the big thing. Boots, Adidas at the time. I do find it fascinating what the kids wear these days. It's all depending on their favourite player. St George, again, they're building, but they've been building a lot in this contest, but it's like the last moment they've forgotten the jip rock or something. It's one of those situations where they're just missing the piece that they need to build. As St George, the Cox taken down the challenge, now goes the way of City. Does feel like that. A reminder, we have got games tomorrow. Sydney United 58 play Olympic in what is going to be a cracking game at Sydney United Sports Centre. Wanderers will play Rockdale at Illidan as well. Both games at 3 p.m. You'll be able to see those live and free. Football New South Wales on YouTube. Every game live and free. This cracking competition, and also you can watch it on demand. The replay service. You just hit the live tab on YouTube to watch those replays. For those who can't find it, when you just go over the Football New South Wales YouTube page, you're going to hit the live tab and you'll be able to see the games we've covered. Or if you are looking for a particular game, just go on the search engine on YouTube, you'll be able to find it. The ball was worked up the line. Ortiz tries to chest it, couldn't quite, but did touch off Ortiz to be a throw for Wollongong. Just watching what Ryan's going to do. Scores at the moment. I'm interested to see if there's been a change in score in the Hills and Central Coast game. Well, the Hills lead 2-0. I'll be partying tonight. They do win that game, but 2-0 is a dangerous lead in football. There you go, I've said it. Bingo cards out. Mustafa can do much. The ball has been turned over. Hernandez has to be careful in that situation because he's given it straight to St George. And now we see Cox working it on, but good work by Fuka to stifle it. He's worked it back, and now it's Ryan with possession. He goes into Riak, and Riak lobs it back to Katazumi. And Katazumi now will work it up the line to halfway. Ball will drop back, and it does utilise Elshan with possession. Elshan utilised Solomon John Monahan Vayek, and it goes to Kenny. Now Elshan up the line to Cox. One touch, and Again, Petrados and Cox combining. Petrados works it back inside the Clarkson. Clarkson back. And then the touch on from Fong. Ilshan utilises Monaghan Vayaka. A deep ball down the left side. Kamada's on his bike again. Crosses it in. Ortiz, can he lay it back? He might try himself here, Ortiz. It's 2-1 against him. And the ball eventually pedals back to Vedran Janjetovic. And Vedran, good work as now. Afuka, good work. He's able to beat Fong. Afuka now, what's he going to do? He's going to work it up the line. Now, what can he offer up here, True? True will cross it in. It's played out. Fong gives the corner to Wollongong. This is definitely one of the games of the round. All the drama here. Some people would say, oh, but there probably hasn't been as many chances as we're hoping, but the turnaround to that is they're building and creating and everything is going to go their ways. My God, it's fascinating. This is great football. Because you can see something is building. There's Afuka. Takes the corner. George will clear it. Not as far as the 18-yard box, but they have won it. Now, it's Ortiz. Ortiz has been teasing things today. Mustafa works it back. Vedran Janjetovic. Pressure. Did not work. And again, it's worked on by Katazumi. Scott worked it to the left. Foucault. Ryan. Back to Vedran Janjetovic. Romero was trying to get to it, couldn't. Vedran has basically booted that out. Substitution time for St George. And about to come on is Nkamas. Nkamas makes his way on. Clarkson makes his way off. And Romero, his day's done after 61 minutes.
Yeah.
And
yeah, he is.
Coming onto the field as we're waiting for him to twist and turn. It's always a fun thing about waiting for players to twist and turn. It's Roberts. So we'll repeat those. Roberts is on the field. Romero off. And Clarkson is off. And on the field for Clarkson is Calms. So they're the two substitutions. Helping out the great Joey Russo, who's our writer today. Good to see Joey. It's been a while. 20 drinks. I think I'll see him again in a couple of weeks too, which is good. Here is now on the right side. What can they offer up? It's a short ball again. I don't know what he was looking at doing here. Charles. There's now the foul's given on Afuka.
Yeah, okay. 100%. I've just been charging as high and quick as possible, but I'm 100% left it. Yeah, sorry.
Who comes back?
Do that mistake again.
Busenel utilised support. Ball did go out. That pass from Mustafa. Trying to utilise Born to Be Alive Hernandez.
Yeah.
No, that's probably the oldest joke in the book. I don't even think he knows the song, to be honest, Sebastian.
I try that. It just doesn't work. Like,
the greatest songs by Patrick Hernandez back in the day. Anyway, we move on.
So
ball goes out for a throw. Here to inform and entertain. Maybe I sometimes go down the entertaining path more than the informing path. That's okay, because St George, we'll have to watch what Wollongong are going to do here, because Wollongong all of a sudden had more possession in the last 5 minutes or so. Good thing is that Wollongong are starting to get the percentages right. And the ball goes deep. Set it down. And again, it's Petrados. Petrados. We're looking to work it back inside. Petrados driving himself forward. He's lost possession. Riak was able to work it on.
No, I don't have any.
As now it comes back from to Fong rather. Fong will be looking to slide it back Find support. It's all happening here. As I said, Monahan Vayaka. Now, Ortiz was taken down the challenge. Foul goes his way. Right. So here's an opportunity. It's Roberts who's on the ball. It looks like they're going to be looking to find somebody towards that far post. That left-hand side. Roberts chips it that way. The header goes wayward. Again, I do wonder about the idea. Elshan was the target, but is it the right option? That's the thing to note. I don't know if the set pieces for either side have been overly flash when they've had the set piece. But that's just my opinion as a commentator, and that's about it. Ball goes towards this near side. Ryan has taken down the challenge. The foul does go the way of the St George City side after Mitri was taken down as Ortiz works it on. Elshan going forward. He lays it back to Karmas. Mohamed Karmas will go back. They're on halfway with Monahan Vayaka. Monahan Vayaka will look to go up the line. Spinning around is Elshan. Now they're on the left to Kamata. For Moto Kamata. Spins it back to Roberts. Roberts losing possession. Mustafa, good work. Again, Wollongong looking to win out. It will be a Wolves throw. Yeah, still, what is a good battle here between these two sides. Just another fascinating moment of this game. What can St George offer up? Hong. Ball goes back to Hong. Petrados Costa spun. Still continues. Works it in the middle. Bounces past Elshan. Elshan was able to hit it. The ball drops down. Fuka. Fuka. Oh. Ball goes down. He's played it out. No foul called. No taken once again. Karmas on the left. Takes a shot himself. And it goes out for a goal kick. Sort of was ready for him to knock it in, but didn't have the right flight path. (2-0) Marconi. I should say go again, Nick. 1-0 they lost to Spirit. It's 2-0 Sutherland defeating Blacktown today as now Mitri crosses it in. Played back by Mustafa, trying to take a shot is Elshan. Elshan taken down the box. It's a scramble. Mustafa has it eventually. And now Mustafa, he goes down this left-hand side. He's got support. Utilises Afuka. Afuka will now look at his support. Afuka works it low. Scott was trying to turn it back. Scott couldn't turn it back. Now goes the way of St George. Well, if you want a drama, you've come to the right place. Do you want to see Costa more involved? Kamata's got it. Kamata works it back. Roberts, he overshot himself. It's low. It does deviate back to Ryan. Dylan Ryan goes up to halfway. Scott is held upon. Mobbed up by Fong. And Riak trying to get to it. Riak can't quite. Looking forward is true. As Cox is pressured. Cox gets the penalty. So Ortiz couldn't find his target in Mitri. He falls over. Wollongong still leading 1-0, but you know that they need a second. We're heading to the 70th. If you're enjoying this one, wherever you may be, it's Wollongong and St George doing battle. On the left channel. Ryan back. Riak going to the right. Usnel. Mustafa losing possession. Great work, Elshan. Now they're rolling forward on this left side. Can he get it? Ortiz? No. Ball goes out for a throw for Wollongong. Goes up. Right side. Fong found support. Petrados, Costa. Going back. Fong trying to find Cox. Being turned over. Riak now down the left. Cox coming back. Riak trying to win out. Eventually it comes back. Monahan Vega has to do some work. Kearney works it left. 1-0 with the scoreline. It is Wollongong who lead this contest.
Yeah, I'm just trying to hold it. It's like on 1%, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not like working like fast charging.
Again,
So
Wollongong with Afuka. Cox was on the pressure. Cox was able to win the ball. He has support on his right. He goes to Costa Petrados. Costa works it back inside. Defence again for Wollongong. Cries of a handball not coming. St George will have to set up again. It's Hong who works it to the area. The header goes up, but again Ortiz. I think he's teasing everybody at the moment. There's no goal coming. Wollongong will have possession as they'll make a couple of subs. Coming on the field will be in Damon Gray and Alex Mashavecchio. Coming off the field, looks like it's going to be in Hernandez and True, the goal scorers. So there you go. So there the two subs. I find that fascinating now. Mashavecchio. Gray, of course, next day suspended for a week. He's had 5 yellow cards this season. Taking True. I'll be talking about that goal for a while. Be on the socials later. We love it when it ends up on the socials. Goals like that. Fascinating goal. Well, what's fascinating now is what happens here. We've got 16 minutes of regulation time remaining, and it is 1-0 Wollongong. So they're holding on is a very interesting word because defensively they've been fantastic. It's not like they haven't had attacking chances. They just need to utilise it. Scott works it on, but he wasn't going to get to it, Mashavecchio. said Tuesday night, I'll make my way to call the game between Sydney FC and Hills. Tuesday night football at Rockdale. Always great fun to head out to Rocky. There's Fong. Works it back inside. Shan and Fong combining. Fuga's able to lob it forward. Now Scott's going to try to get to... Oh, I tell you what. He's come back, Fong. Fong came back for it. Scott had an interesting challenge. So I'm off to down the road for Wanderers and Central Coast Mariners. It'd be good to call that game. More football. Always work towards the mix-up. Worked towards Vedran. Medri, he's had some chances today as well himself. Not been able to utilise. Jesse Fody make his way on the field? That's going to be the question for St George. For him, Hong, for Hadamus, and Reed as well as the sub-goalkeeper is now. Afuka has it on the left. Afuka, he'll have to cut back inside Afuka. Afuka again, lays it back. It goes to Damon Gray. Gray now. He'll look. He'll go back to the right. He finds Dylan Ryan. Ryan going to the right. Usnell. Utilising Mustafa. Mustafa working up the line. Marshavecchio back. And now it's Takami. Marshavecchio. Riak probably let it sit a little bit too much. Pressure was building. By Mitri. He comes back. Usnell, Katazumi, on the left is Ryan. Ryan again, looking and circulating. He gets it on. Damon Gray loses possession. Cox lays it back. And again it's Fong. And Elsha. On the left channel it's Karmas. Elshan, Cox. Karmas. And Karmas again. Works it back. Karmas again. Going right side to Fong. Fuka was pressured. Cox back. Fong utilising Monahan Vayaka. Cox. And on the left channel, it's Karmas. Karmas. The touch back by Roberts. Riak, good work. And now they're on the charge again. Scott, he's got no support, but quickly coming. Here's Riak on the right, but that ball is not going to reach him. I was also watching Damon Gray was on a run. As now it's St George on the counter. For Moto Kamara. Monahan Vayaka. Fong. Works it on the right side. There's a chance brewing again. Costa Petratos. It sits back. Can a shot happen? No. Mustafa was there again. St George. They're building their chances. Costa Petratos has to be better in this situation. Works it back. Elshan and Costa Petratos. Those two will combine a lot in this passage. Ball goes to Monahan Vayaka. Goes across to Fong. Fong utilises Karnas. He's got Elshan in the middle. He goes back. And again, it's Fong. Fong utilising the support on the right. This is where St George are building. Again, Roberts coming back. And this is a ball on from Monahan Vayaka, played out by the Wolves. There's 11 minutes and counting. We're counting on what's going to be a grandstand finish here. At the edge of the mixer. Chipped in, but again, Usnell, great work. He's back. Cox has a shot. Great deflection. Dylan Ryan again. Well, I tell you what, they'll be parking every double-decker bus they've got possible at their Arsenal Wollongong. They want the 3 points. They want them. St George want to break the line here. Kamara. He'll get it back. Camus. And Ortiz is calling for it, but again, Elshan couldn't find any support. He had Mitri low, couldn't utilise him. Ortiz has been crying for chances today. He's been crying for them. Nine minutes of regulation time. St George and Wollongong doing battle. George will play Apia Wednesday night. It'll be Wollongong hosting Sutherland. Wednesday slate games, and on Tuesday I'll be at Rockdale for Sydney FC and Hills. There's now Kamada's on a run. The flag was up. The flag was up. The flag was up. Kamada's remonstrating to the near assistants, but he had the flag up and did not move. It's like the Guards of London did not move one little inch. Vedran, didn't even bother trying to save it because he knew the flag was up straight away, I think we all gave up. Vedran was like me going, oh, the flag's up. It means we can do our job the way we need to do. Let's not go up another gear. You don't need to stress yourself. Don't stress yourself. Foul goes the way of St George here. It's a fascinating 8 minutes coming up. Can St George get a goal back? Or will it be Wollongong who will get the victory? It's going to be the intriguing thing. What is going to happen? Challenge. We'll see Wollongong get the foul go their way. Some of the supporters having some fun. Good to see the Wollongong supporters, the kids having their opinion in their young age. I love it. You know what? We need passionate football supporters, especially on the south coast. We need to breed more supporters when they go to Albert Butler and Wynn Stadium cheering their team home, and we love it. We do love it. It's what we love about football. It doesn't matter what team. You support them thick and thin, especially during those thin stages. As I said, Ortiz today has been wanting the chances to come to him. He has tried to create something, just not there. Costa Petrados, what has he done today? He's been playing a little bit more back than expected. Gilshan's gone forward, try his best. As now Marshavecchio's got the ball. Marshavecchio, can he cross it in? Marshavecchio, he's got a chance. Again, St George able to win possession. Right channel again. Fong calling for runners. Costa Petratos running. Gray will be there first. Clears it away. Cox coming back. Shipping it forward is Fong. Wolves trying to clear it. Scott. Great work again by Monahan Vayaka. And Marshavecchio's played it straight to Famoto Kamada. He's a dangerous player. Roberts works it in. Mitri trying to spin around. He couldn't. Mitri trying to win the ball. Ball will go Wollongong's direction. 4.5. Regulation time. We're watching and waiting as we've got a Wolf on the ground. So I think you'll find it is in Scott. He's on the ground. Trying to come across now. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you may be. This is football. NPL New South Wales Men's Style and Football New South Wales YouTube. The games that have concluded today are as follows. Sutherland won 2-0 against Blacktown City. Yes, Sutherland won 2-0. And they did it with a man down. I can't believe it either. That's a great win for the Sutherland Sharks. Spirit, they defeated Marconi 1-0. Hills 2, Central Coast Mariners 0, St George City 0, Wollongong 1. The game you're watching, yesterday Manly 1, Upby 0, and Sydney FC 2, St George Saints 1. Tomorrow's games are Sydney United 58 and Sydney Olympic at United Sports Centre. Rockdale and Wanderers to do battle at Rockdale Illiton. And Tuesday night, Sydney FC play Hills at Rockdale. I'll be there for that. Wanderers will play Mariners on Wednesday night. I'll be there for Wanderers Mariners. And then it's Blacktown and Manly. 7:30 that game on Wednesday night. Coney and Olympic at 7:30 Wednesday. United play Spirit. Wollongong play Sutherland. Now going forward is Costa Petratos. Costa rolling towards the box. Costa will have to cross. It does deviate off the Wolves. Question was